You are trying to defend a man that has not won anything in England. All the clubs I've mentioned, he has not won anything. And you are defending this man because you feel that they have not given him the right player. I want to ask you first and foremost, all the major signings this season, who was behind it? It was Poch.
It was.
Poch. Sure? And I remember quite well. Wait. I remember quite well here. Our first recording here, I said it to Roy, that my biggest problem with Chelsea is that they let go of too many players. I said it. Yes. That it will take you a long time for those players to gel together. That's exactly what we are having now.
Okay, last weekend was the battle of supremacy in Premiership. Arsenal and Liverpool battled it out to showcase who is going to be the true champion in the EPL. Fortunately, and unfortunately for some fans, some were happy, some went home sad. On that note, I welcome you to another new edition of the Best of Best Sports. My name is Roy Kelvin Adenike, and I have my team here.
That name heavy gone. And the first time I've been
I have my beautiful team here. On my right hand side,
you get land for Abia State. You know that name go come really? With properties.
Yeah, you can say that again. IBK, welcome to the show.
Baba, it's good to see you. Good to see you on this side of the show. And,
thank you.
I'm sure you're going to drive us well.
Yeah, of course.
Don't go sleep for steering.
The big man for the day, I said, how far? How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. It's
how prepared are you for the week?
Well, there's a lot of football to look forward to. Nigeria is playing. Chelsea not so much. At this point, I'm not interested. They can do whatever it is they want to do.
Okay, so don't worry. Hold on to the Chelsea part. And we'll have the sports member, the OG in football, talking about
Adetola.
Next
time. But the truth is, if there's anything I'm looking forward to, honestly, I have been counting from hours to minutes, from minutes to seconds, and to this moment, because there's a whole lot to talk about in the world of sports, scintillating world of sports. Let's go.
Great.
Let's go there.
Okay, so last weekend saw the battle of supremacy, like I said. Chelsea and Arsenal and Liverpool, they had their meeting yesterday on Sunday, and Arsenal won that match by 3-1. IBK, what do you think was the highlight of that game?
Well, in my wildest dream, would I ever put my money on Arsenal to beat Liverpool? Owing to the fact that not just about the fact that Liverpool they've been very consistent this season. Okay. I think the fact that there was an announcement made by a coach who's been there for over 9 years or thereabout, the momentum the team has been going on, coming to the Emirates, and then I was thinking it was going to be the best Arsenal could have gotten from that game. From my own thought was a draw, but when you know that Liverpool win a game, you see it's always how they start it, especially when it comes to big games. Okay. The way they started that game, I knew that there was a problem because they couldn't string passes, the momentum wasn't there, they couldn't press. Arsenal were probably just all over them. And I think even this 3-1 scoreline is more like it's not even the reflection of what the game really is. It could have ended 6-1, it could have ended 5-1, it could have ended 7-1. You get, so it shows that as much as we want to write off Arsenal because they've been quite inconsistent in recent weeks, but I think this is a statement result. These are the results that makes you think that okay, now I think we are the real content. We can still go for this because you don't beat Liverpool. That was the truth. You don't beat Liverpool and you beat them 3-1. I think for me, I will say it here right there that I think Arsenal are back in the title race officially.
Great. So I said, Liverpool is at the top of the EPL table. Do you think this slump is as a result of probably Klopp leaving Klopp's announcement of leaving the team by the end of the season, or is just what happens in football?
I don't think it has to do with Jurgen Klopp saying he's leaving at the end of the season, because a couple of days before this game, they thrashed Chelsea by 4-1, and we the intensity they played with that day, it was very obvious that okay, look, these guys want to end the season in a way that we're seeing off a manager who has been here with us for 9 years. One of the best things you can do is allow him live on a high, win the Premier League and all of that. But coming to this game, I think it was just a case of Arsenal being the better team on the day. And like IBK said, it could have ended 6, it could have ended 7, and it just goes to show one of the problems Arsenal have as a team this season is they're not clinical enough. Okay. If it was Liverpool, if tables turned and Liverpool was the team that had the chances Arsenal had, got in positions that Arsenal got into, it would have ended like a whole lot more than this. They need to find a way to start putting away these chances. It's not enough for you to dominate the game and be on top of the game. And let's not even lie, if Van Dijk, Alisson, and Konate did, I don't know what. For some reason, in the second half, he just switched off at some point. Van Dijk was tracking back to block a ball, and for some reason, he clattered into Alisson. Martinelli scored from that. Then there was the mistake that was made by the toucher that led to the Trossard goal. Those little mistakes, Konate got a red card and things like that. If those things did not happen, Arsenal would not have won this game. Yes, they deserve to win. They were on top and all of that. And we come here and we say, it doesn't matter how you win. As long as you get the result, get 3 points and get over the line. But we need to also consider how they won. You get your chances and you take them. It all comes down to that at the end of the day.
So I was seeing the ball with a friend of mine. So he said if Salah was in the game, that it would have been a different ball game together. So that brings me to you, Farouk. Do you think Salah would have made a difference if he was in that game yesterday?
First and foremost, no. Without him, Liverpool have been winning very, very well all along. But the truth from those games, I'll just highlight it and I'll just shut up. First and foremost, for those of you that have been comparing Van Dijk with Vidic, Terry, Ferdinand, honestly, go and seek for forgiveness. For those that are saying, no, let me finish.
Wait.
Let me finish now.
Okay, wait.
Let me finish. For those of you that have been comparing Alisson Becker with keepers like Cech, Van der Sar, David Seaman that have kept in the Premier League, and you say because they won the league, some years back, honestly, you need to forgive. You need to seek for forgiveness. And secondly, for Liverpool, I think it was just one of those things that will happen to any club, at the top. It was just a very bad day in the office altogether for the team as well as coach. His sub were completely wrong, awful on the day. And some players were just getting back from injury, likes of Arnold and one or two players. And Akanta is also still there.
Yeah.
He still plays for Liverpool.
Yeah, he came on.
Wow.
Mr. Tomzo. Fine ball.
But in the end, give Arsenal their props.
Okay.
Arsenal all round.
So
we're in control.
Hold
Make I land. Now they
Okay.
cook now.
All right.
Arsenal were in control from start to finish. And at times, when you don't score goals, it makes game very, very difficult. They should have won that match before 15 minutes convincingly. But they had to wait till the end of that match to celebrate the way they did. And I think if Arsenal fails to continue from this form, that means that they're not ready for the league. With this performance, they can compete till the end of the season. But we know Arsenal, they can always switch off and come back again. But they need to just stand and stay close to that. Perhaps it might interest us that Arsenal might like to catch up than being at the top of the table.
Same thing can be said for Liverpool as well. I mean, you cannot be on top of the Premier League table and, put out a showing like this. Let's not lie, in the first half, the reason why Liverpool fans felt like maybe they would have gotten something out of that game was the mistake that happened between, I think it was Gabriel and Saliba that led to the own goal. They drew level just before halftime. And then they came out second half and they tried to, use that, the momentum they got from that goal to push and see nothing came at the end of the day. When you're on top of the table, they were leading by 5 points. They were ahead by 5 points. Beat Arsenal and you go top by 8. You get, and then all of a sudden they're down to 2. You get, it's not enough for you to say, oh, Klopp is going to retire. We want to give him a very. It doesn't. It's church.
Was just a bad day for them.
In the Premier League, if you managers have different ways of winning, trophies, and especially when it comes to marathon, we know Pep to be someone who probably doesn't like chasing. I've seen him over and over again. I think Pep would rather just want to be on top and maintain it. While Klopp is someone who I feel, they are used to this second fiddle. No disrespect to the qualities that they bring out, but the truth is that maybe Liverpool being on top, maybe it looks so strange. No disrespect. Maybe it looks so strange, you get it. But in the end, I think, like Farouk said, I think Arsenal chasing it and Liverpool chasing it, I feel that's their way. I feel that's the way they can get the best out of whatever they want to get. Because if you're on top, I always say it's still very difficult to maintain that top. You get, because in the end, you'll be looking at people who are chasing instead of you to concentrate on winning your game. So that's just what it is.
Okay, so Farouk, you've been a very big critic of Arteta. Do you think he actually got it spot on with his choice of players and his formation in this particular?
Everything was on, except that wild celebration. Yes, a lot of people have condemned that celebration. For a coach, I think that there should be very moderate in your celebration. For players, I don't care.
No, but coming from
No, I'm not.
I don't
anything wrong.
No.
Celebration.
Honestly, I think it was too exaggerated for a manager. I'm not talking about the players.
Why?
Players can.
I don't think so. First of all, you're playing in front of your home fans. That's one.
Okay.
Second,
It was too wild for a manager.
Let's look at it from Arteta's point of view, because it's very easy to sit here and say, okay, I think he should act this way or act that way. If he had lost, Liverpool would have gone ahead by 8 points. It would have been very hard. It would have been very hard to keep up. They would not even afford to draw.
Yeah.
The game against Liverpool was go there and get the complete 3 points.
Yes.
So you get, and then you're in front of your home fans. And then we've come here.
Let's go back last season. There was a match between Aston Villa where they won very, very late. The celebration was reminiscent of this. I'm not saying the players should not celebrate.
No, it wasn't like that.
It was. I remember quite well. That was the first that came to my mind. I'm not saying the players should not celebrate anyhow they want to. But as a manager, you are the one at the top. Honestly, you are the one looking down on them and say, do this way, go this way.
So why shouldn't he say? What was the reason?
So why running around the field? Because you won 3-1 against Liverpool.
No. Farouk, why are you not seeing it from the angle? Hold on. Farouk, why are you not seeing it from the angle? Like Izu rightly stated, all right? It was a statement of fact. Like it was a match that shows that if he had lost that match, he will be 8 points below Liverpool, and he needs to close the gap. And he's playing against a title contender.
And winning that match, okay, does that take
Farouk? No, Farouk, let me educate you now.
Education.
Please educate him.
As much as you want to say maybe Arteta over-exaggerated the celebration, I think there are some victories that are statement victories. I already said it that there is a point you get to in life, just like football.
The first leg of the match. Wait, the first leg.
Hold on. Just like football.
Yeah.
There are some results that will pick your season back. I've seen teams.
Not this one.
Farouk told you.
Hold on. Let's.
It wasn't a last minute winner.
No,
it's
Farouk,
different.
it's not. You are
they were leading
Farouk,
from the halftime way.
Hold on.
You are beating Liverpool. You are beating Liverpool convincingly.
Even Liverpool could not beat them at Anfield. Liverpool did not beat us at Anfield.
Farouk, listen.
Do you know?
A Liverpool that you probably know that they have their hands on the league already.
No.
Okay, so
no,
it's a
they don't.
statement victory, whether I like it or
It's
not.
It's not.
You know I don't blame it.
It's a routine.
You support a club that you are not used to victory, so you don't understand.
Can you please mention the club?
You don't understand what it means to.
Please mention the club.
Mention that club.
Mention the club.
I
celebrated on Sunday.
When I celebrate
on Sunday.
Statement
victory with the talk.
Statement victory.
Let's move away from all this. The last question. No, the last question I wanted. No, that's not it. The last question I wanted to ask about Arsenal is: do you think this will be a driving force?
I already said this. This one is not a question. I already said it that
beat Liverpool 3-1.
These games are statement victory. These games, the only way they take you is unbeaten runs. You can't beat Liverpool and go to lose to Crystal Palace or Chelsea.
Has it not happened before?
It's not possible.
Has it not happened before?
Is that
exactly. Hold on.
At the City.
There is this school of thought. No, wait, chill. There is this school of thought.
Man, you fan. Calm down. This your intensity. They go visit the support massive.
Now, listen. The truth is, there is this school of thought that believes that Arsenal always bottles it at the 11th hour. So my question is, do you see Arsenal winning this league ahead of Liverpool?
They don't bottle them before now. They were up, they bottled it.
No, we know they bottled it last time.
They're trying to get, even this season itself, there was time where they were the team to beat.
Exactly.
You get, especially after that win against City, and then for some reason, They went on the run of like 5 games where they did not pick up maximum points. Okay. And that's why they were in the position where they had to beat Liverpool. Okay. You get so their biggest this season is one, they're not consistent. As opposed to last season where you can say fatigue, lack of experience was why they capitulated. Okay. This season is they're not consistent, that's one. Secondly, they're not clinical. They won this game, yes, but it should have been way more. If then Liverpool lost their heads at some point, it would probably ended in the draw. Okay. Arsenal had to find a way to get a goal. So when you're on top, take your chances. That's something they need to let it start doing if they want to go all the way.
Well, they can win the league. They have the quality.
Why do you feel so?
They have the quality. That's just it. Okay. But when you are telling me that it's a statement win, this same Arsenal have beaten City twice this season. Did they go on marathon? See, Arsenal can be Arsenal all the time.
Win. Okay, that's okay.
We'll keep it for last season now.
So moving on.
I'm not Chelsea. The reason why we are here.
The truth is, let's see what the coming weeks will look like for Arsenal and Liverpool. Moving away from that match, we go to a very disappointing and very embarrassing match for Chelsea fans. Chelsea against Wolves. Chelsea losing at home against Wolves should be one of the most embarrassing match of the season. Right. Because you are coming from a run of 6 matches. You've just lost one against Liverpool, and you lost at home against Wolves. That's for Chelsea fans. I mean, I think at this point you need to actually cuddle a Chelsea fan if you see one. Abike, what do you think is the problem of Chelsea?
Nobody cuddle anybody. They can't just a blowing eye.
Well, the problem I think is beyond the coach.
Pochettino.
Yeah, I think it's beyond the coach. And before I came on air, I was reading an article where I think it's been suggested that Poch will maybe tweak his formation, maybe do a back three, because the honest truth is that I feel that Disasi, Bediashile, and I think they are not good enough to play man defensive pairing. Okay. So just like the Super Eagles of Nigeria, I can tell you for free that if you put put Calvin Bassey, or if you put Trustekong, or if you put Semi Ajayi in a back two formation, they'll probably be worse than what we are seeing. So in the end, what back three does is it protects you from danger. Let me put it that way, because you have more men, that are packing the back line. So the penetration is harder. You will score. It's a team they will concede, but to concede will be so difficult.
You need to come with a lot of lose.
You get so in the end, I think for me, let's see what he wants. Let's see if this formation will really work, because I think Poch is a fantastic coach. Maybe the product, what he has is not the quality that can execute what he wants. But you made mention of Wolves beating Chelsea. I don't think there's a big deal there.
Thank you.
Because I feel Wolves are also part of the teams that can cause any upset. The only surprise there is that I think Chelsea was the one that got the goal first, and I was surprised that Chelsea scored first and conceded
in less than 50 seconds.
In less than 50 seconds. So yeah, there's a problem, yes, but
in fact,
I still believe that Pochettino can solve it.
Okay, talking about the formation, the 3-5-2 formation, we've seen it in Chelsea team. When Antonio Conte came to Chelsea, in his first season, he lost his first 3-4 matches when he was playing 4-4-2. He tried 4-3-3. It didn't work until he reverted back to 3-5-2, and he won the league. He went on 14 games unbeaten, and he eventually won the league with Chelsea.
Now, if I'm Conte, now personally I will sue you.
Okay,
and I'll tell you why. Why? I will bring Antonio Conte to Poch. This is somebody who.
No, it is disrespect. No, it is disrespect. No.
What has Poch won?
No, it is total disrespect to Poch when you say comparing Conte to Poch.
Why are you saying this?
What has Poch won?
No, Poch has won the league.
Final with Tottenham.
No, he has even won.
Roberto Di Matteo won the Champions League with Chelsea.
No,
he's a better coach.
It's just a big.
He has won.
Di Matteo is a good coach. He won Champions League with Chelsea now.
For me, in my opinion, I feel you are wrong saying
he's not a good coach. And it's the reason why we're where we are.
This is a coach that took Tottenham to Champions League final. This is a coach that won League One with PSG with arrays of stars in PSG. Do you
If
understand?
you coach PSG,
Now, of course,
if you
do.
coach PSG,
Yes.
you win the league and every cup available to you.
that's not true.
Said.
No,
Tell
no.
me the coach that has won the Champions League.
Easier
If you said
said.
every coach. Tell me the coach that has won. They've changed
You will
since
win
the takeover. They've
that
had about
league.
7-8 coaches, if I'm not mistaken, and they've all been sacked.
Oh, yeah.
So it is wrong for you to say, "Oh no, what a coach
Why
was
would you
there
even
when
say they are not? You
no
can't
a coach
compare
was
them.
there when Lille won the league, right?"
Now I'll tell you
What
why.
are you talking
I'll tell you
about?
why I don't believe Pochettino is the man to do the job.
But
for
that's
Chelsea.
not even the issue here. My issue here is, do you think Pochettino reverting back to 3-5-2 will actually help Chelsea score?
It's I don't think it's about formation all the time. It's about playing player out of their natural position.
God bless you.
Okay.
He's
It's
not
as
good.
simple as that.
Okay,
I think he has been very, very stubborn playing player out of their position.
like
At first,
okay,
player. There was a time Kopama was playing way too high. You know, Kopama is a creator. He's a guy that can think, find people out. There was a time I was playing Madwiki out of position. At first, player. There was a time I was also playing this guy left back Kukurela.
See.
He was playing at right back.
That one was because we did not have
I
any
know.
available right back
But
at the
I
time.
feel Poch's problem is tweaking too many times.
He's
Stay
misprofiling.
Stay through.
His
to your
problem is
own-
misprofiling
to-
players.
Stay through to the formation of position of players. Perhaps might get results, and it gets so low when a wife of your own player is tweeting and suggesting that you should be sacked, that it should change. That is the lowest point you can get for Poch. I'm not saying Poch is a fantastic player, but the truth is, if you compare him to Conte, you are doing disservice to football. The truth is, what has he won?
okay.
Anybody, including my great grandmother, can go to French League 1 and win the league. That is why PSG has won the league 8 times in the last 10 years.
Okay.
Anyone can go there. I'm not talking about the Champions League. I'm not talking about the Champions League, but I'm saying that Poch has not done quite well for himself because you have been playing players out of their position too many times.
Okay, so talking about the players, just hold it there. Talking about the players is Chelsea midfield boasts of just 2 players, 200 million, if I'm not mistaken. All right, 200 million euros.
More.
200 million euros. Now, Caicedo has not come to the table as far as I'm concerned.
Who are we to be responsible?
No, that's what I'm saying. Caicedo has not come to the table. What do you think? We saw him in Brighton, how he played and all of that. What do you think has been the biggest challenge with Chelsea midfield? You realize that the midfield has always been the problem. I'm speaking from the angle of a Chelsea fan. You understand? So I feel the midfield and the defense has been the problem. What do you think can be done to address it? Is it the issue of playing, like Farouk suggested, playing players out of position, or the issue of what's it called?
Tweaking formation.
Tweaking formations.
The only problem in Chelsea, and I think even that to a certain extent, he can solve if he's that kind of manager, is the fact that we don't have attackers who are clinical enough. And I think with the right, kind of training and see, you're a coach, you're a manager, it's your job to make players better. People praise Pep and say, okay, he gets his spot anytime he signs players. The same thing with Klopp. It's because when these guys came to them, they were not exactly finished products. Under these coaches, we've seen them grow and turn into, players who you cannot come out and say, oh, this guy is world class. When Gudan was playing for Dortmund, not a lot of people knew that guy.
Okay.
Look at what he turned into after a couple of years under Pep. The Sterling we are criticizing today as Chelsea fans. At some point, people were saying Sterling was good to the extent that Madrid might sign him under Pep. So everything is down to the coach. Enzo Fernandez is the World Cup winner. This man went to the World Cup. One of the youngest players in that squad, and I think apart from the game against Saudi, he started every other game.
And he won the youngest player of the tournament.
And then you look at a player like that, look at a player like Caicedo, who, let's not even lie, pound for pound, start for start last season, he was better than Declan Rice.
Yeah.
But Declan Rice has a 100 million bargain right now, and Caicedo does not. Who are we to blame? It's down to the manager. He has not been anybody better. Look, I saw a start over the weekend. As at this time last season on that Potter, we had played, I think we had played about 19 or 20 or 21 games. We had 31 points. We're exactly there right now. The only difference is last time we were 10th. Now we're 11th. And that's man. He has not made anybody better. We look, Chelsea, this man, against Wolves, for example, the way we were set up was Chilwell at left back, Thiago Silva, Disasi, Gusto, and all of that. This man played the pivot of Enzo and Caicedo and completely isolated Caicedo.
Okay, so at this point now,
and then play
chill.
who is one of our best players.
I think it's too personal.
Chill.
I don't like people come here and see.
I understand.
I believe in giving coaches, give them time.
No,
Let's see if they can make this one is not taking us anywhere. If you like, you should play 7 defenders at the back.
I understand the adrenaline pumping. You understand in your body.
It's not good.
However, do you think at this point Chelsea should let Poch go?
Yes.
Why?
And Poch out right now.
Okay.
Because it's not making us better. It's very obvious.
Okay, so IBK, why do you think Chelsea should still hang on with Pep?
The funny thing about what Israel have been saying is maybe he's not been to a football environment where trainings are being done, sessions are being done, and the relationship coaches have with players. I will say it again. There is a reason Lampard was sacked recently. There's a reason Graham Potter, that was probably one of the best managers in the Premier League, was sacked. There's a reason Conte became terrible at Chelsea. Now there's a reason Poch is struggling.
So what is that reason?
I've said it. There is like telling Lee Hamilton to come and maybe I give him what do they call it? I don't know. Is it this Japa, this tortoise car, or Keke Napep? You get. I'm giving Lee Hamilton Keke Napep. He should raise against you that can drive normal car that has a sports car. There is no way Hamilton will gap you with what he has. So the thing is that the product Chelsea have, the setup they have, are they really classy players? Let's ask ourselves that question. I've made mention of Disasi, I've made mention of Badiashile, Chiwell, I've made mention of most of these guys. Are they really quality players? Or is it that we are demanding too much from what they have? And you can't tell me that someone who understands the Premier League, someone who did so well as Southampton, someone who did so well as Spurs, and immediately you are telling me he's a bad coach. I always say that there's something wrong with the Chelsea setup. Just the way Man United is.
Can we apply the same energy for Mourinho?
Okay, so no.
Can you also apply the same energy for Mourinho?
Let me put it this way.
Can you apply the same energy for Mourinho?
If I get
let me just put this out there before we go far. This Arsenal Liverpool game, all of us came here and said, Arsenal played so well. Who was man of the match? Arsenal versus Liverpool. Who did they give man of the match award to?
Was this striker?
This striker was Jorginho. When they was at Chelsea, what were they saying? Hey, he's a terrible midfielder. Hey, he cannot mark.
How many games has Jorginho? How many good games has he had at Chelsea?
How many games has he started?
You are just talking out.
How many games has he started? It's not biased. It's not biased.
Guys, I've not said anything.
It's not biased. How many games has he started? Every time the players are bad. The players are bad. The players are not good.
Sorry,
and the
guys.
players coaching themselves.
How many games has he?
Are they coaching themselves?
Wait. Sorry. Hold on.
The players say, okay, look, I want to start.
Okay.
This is where I want to play. Poch came out one day and told us that Kobe is playing left back. When he knows Kobe is not good 1v1. Is that
Hold on.
This guy sent Ian Martin on loan because he played him at right wing and it did not work. This guy is a left back through and through. It's the reason why he was very popular after Wale came into the Premier League season.
Hold
on, I don't understand what we're saying.
But his execution is very important. The same thing I will say with Man United. The issue I have with footballers of now, their mindset is that the coach is the one that will leave. And it's a terrible mindset. Yeah. That's why you hardly.
It's not a terrible mindset.
Wait.
Enough of you educating. Let me also school you now, honestly. and I'm pissed, honestly. No. See, you are trying to defend a man that has not won anything in England. All the clubs I've mentioned, he has not won anything. And you are defending this man because you feel that they have not given him the right player. I want to ask you first and foremost, all the major signings this season, who was behind it? It was Poch.
He was
Poch. And I remember quite well. Wait. I remember quite well here. Our first recording here, I said it to Roy, that my biggest problem with Chelsea is that they let go of too many players. I said it. Yes. That it will take you a long time for those players to gel together. That's exactly what we are having now.
So why can't they be patient with Poch?
Because this guy has spent over 500 only in his first year. And you have to account for that.
So,
football now does not give you time. So, you have to Create time.
So
Create time for yourself.
I've given you the antecedent that coaches have been struggling.
And then
you
you said something that time. You said something like that Conte, he was sacked. After that time, a manager has won the Champions League with Chelsea.
What happened to him eventually?
He was not doing well and he was let go. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so
it's not about don't compare Man U with Chelsea now. Man U has been in the rut. Wait now, let me finish. Man U has been in the rut for over 10 years. In a rut, 10 years. Chelsea have not been in that position. And Chelsea's style has been fire.
The same
Fire. Poch has not lived up to expectation. He hasn't done anything quite well.
So your final thought. Do
Even
you think Pochettino should be sacked?
see, the handwriting on the wall suggests that everybody wants him out now.
Well,
when you start, wait now,
when people are writing,
the handwriting is very clear.
Okay.
When you see the wife of a player in the same club you are managing, saying that there is time for change if you want new things, the same thing. All the Chelsea writers online are saying the same thing. And even the club now are against each other because they want him out. See, I don't see him surviving 2 weeks, but he can only survive if results change. And you have swallowed 8 goals like Kalu in just 2 games, in 4 days.
Okay. So, IVK, what's your final thought? Do you think sincerely that it is time for Poch to leave?
I've said it that who are you getting out there?
There is a Jose Mourinho who knows the club.
God, I beg. Which Mourinho again?
Let me tell you. See,
No, it wasn't a Mourinho. I just
See.
see. This is my opinion.
There
No, I
is
said there is a Jose Mourinho.
You know what I like? You know what I like
actually-
Poch? Hold on. You know what I like Poch?
Yeah,
Poch is someone that builds things over time.
but
I
see,
can-
gone
I've
are
seen
IVK.
it
No,
happen.
IVK, hold on. Before you
You
proceed.
are the one that asked for my
No,
thoughts.
sorry. Gone are the days when teams give you time to build.
Chelsea don't.
Do you
When
understand?
I mean time,
Okay.
I mean this season might be full of struggles.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that next season Chelsea will be firing on all cylinders.
It's a lie.
And I can tell you for
I
me
only
that
give a coach
Mauricio
time if he
Pochettino-
improve from last season.
Yeah.
They finished 10th last season. He's 11th now. What time do you want
to
again?
be sacked.
to be sacked. It doesn't
Okay, so
deserve-
that's your opinion.
Yeah.
I said, what's your final thought? Do you think you should be sacked? And why?
I'll start from somewhere before I give my final thoughts.
1 minute.
The same set of players under Lampard that people were saying these guys are not good enough. They said this guy is not. Tuchel came and won about 6 trophies.
With the same
Went to
set of
6
players.
finals and won
With
4.
same set of players.
With same set of
With
players.
same set of players
The first time of
that
Lampard.
they said
When Lampard was
When Lampard was sacked.
Tuchel took over.
You want to compare it with these players we have now?
No. He was just making a
It will
statement.
be total injustice. Baba, if that guy get Kante, if he get Kante now,
But he let him go.
You know,
But he was the one that let Kante go.
the club wanted overhauling.
He no go do anything with
The club
Kante.
wanted overhauling.
Okay,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying?
All right.
The club wanted overhauling.
The simple truth is, this man will continue to misprofile players from now till kingdom come. We're down 4-1. See.
Okay.
I'm tired. Sack him.
That's okay. If we keep talking about Chelsea challenges, Chelsea's woes on these shows, no, frankly speaking, as a Chelsea fan, it breaks my heart. But it is what it is. If we keep talking about it, I can tell you day will come, night will come, and meet us here. You understand? So, but right now, it is up to you, the fans. Go to our comment section and tell us if Pochettino deserves to be sacked at this point. Even if you're not a Chelsea fan, please have mercy on the Chelsea fan. They are bleeding in their heart. Help us amplify. For me, I think his time is up. This is my own personal opinion. I think his time is up.
You are Jews. Why would you have?
I think we should. I think Chelsea should try someone else. You understand? We've seen it a couple of times over the years. It has always worked. It has been a Chelsea tradition. Whenever they sack a coach, they have this coach rebound and they move on. So go to our comment section and tell us what your opinion is about Pochettino being sacked. And that brings us to the end of this show, guys. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you for giving us your thoughts.
But this man here,
yeah,
after this show,
he's a very passionate Chelsea fan, so you have to forgive him about
always
that.
A pleasure. Always a pleasure.
So, my guys, thank you for coming around. Guys, always follow us. Follow us on all our social media handles and subscribe. And you can always be rest assured to get all the beautiful content of football and sport. If you are not following this show, I'm sorry, then you don't like football and you don't like sports. So until come your time next week,